Now today is Tuesday, so it would have been CJ's first game. Therefore, it's Leo's story. What's your story, Leo?
Elvie and the Siege going to Fun Nights at Candy's.
Okay, I'm gonna do my best because I haven't played it. Once upon a time, Elvie and the Siege woke up. Elvie had been dreaming all night, and the Siege said, "Elvie, you talked in your sleep all night about hamburgers." Elvie said, "Really?" And the Siege said, "Yeah. Did you even dream anything about hamburgers?" And Elvie said, "I don't even remember, but I'm really hungry now for something." And the Siege said, "Let's go try to make some hamburgers." So they got out of bed. They went to the kitchen. And the Siege got out 2 waffles. And Elvie got out a sausage patty. And they put them together. And they warmed it up. And Elvie took a bite. Yum, yum. And the Siege said, "Well, was it like a hamburger?" And Elvie said, "Not really." The Siege said, "Probably need some ketchup." And they put some ketchup on the waffles.
What?
And Elvie ate a little bit more. And the Siege said, "Well, is it more like a hamburger?" And Elvie said, "No, I think it's getting worse." And the Siege said, "All right, I know how to fix this." And he put a bunch of onions, tomatoes, lettuce, mustard, and relish on there. "Now eat it." And Elvie took a big bite.
Oh no.
He said, "I think I'm going to get sick." He went into the bathroom and he went, "Whoa!" And he came back out and he said, "I feel better now." The Siege said, "Does that mean it was a tasty hamburger?" And Elvie said, "Obviously not. It just got worse and worse." And the Siege said, "We just don't know how to make hamburgers." "Meep City," said Elvie. "Let's go there." So they got on their horses, went to Meep City, and went to the information lady. "Hi, information lady." Hello," she said. "What are you looking for today? Some weird things that I don't know anything about?" And Elvie said, "No, just a plain old hamburger restaurant." She said, "Oh, well, let me check." And she typed on a keyboard and she said, "Well, there was one just down the street, but it's closed today for renovations." She said, "Oh, those other guys changed their menu. They only serve pizza now." "Ah, here's one. There's one hamburger joint. But wow, it's way on the outskirts of town, almost by the haunted forest. It's called Candy's." And the Siege said, "We don't want to eat candy all day." And Elvie said, "Yeah, I just almost threw up my whole breakfast. In fact, I did throw it up." And she said, "Oh my goodness, are you sick?" And the Siege said, "No, he just ate waffles with ketchup, mustard, relish, pickles, tomatoes, onions, and sausage on it." And she said, "Oh, I'm feeling sick." The Siege said, "Yeah, see what I mean?" And so Elvie said, "Let's get on the tram." And they got on the subway, on the tram, and it started taking off. It was going really fast. And then Elvie said, "Is this that tram that falls apart?" And the Siege said, "No, this is the stable tram." And just then the whole side of the tram fell off. "Look out," said Elvie. And the ground was shooshing by. And this was the tram that falls apart as you ride on it. And the whole first section of the train just went. And there was pieces and iron and girders and all sorts of things just flying by. And a bunch of Robloxians. "Oh, look out." And Elvie was like, "Hang on." And the Siege was like, "Okay." And then it finally stopped. And Elvie and the Siege looked up. And they were only hanging on to the seats. Everything else had been ripped apart. And there it was, Candy's. And the Siege said, "I hope they don't serve candy." And they went inside.
They serve burgers and fries.
Yeah. And there was a very nervous young man at the cash register, and he said, "Whoa, welcome to Candy's. What can I take your order?" And he was looking around everywhere, and the Siege was like, "Do you have to go to the bathroom?" And he's like, No, why?" And Elvie said, "It looks like you're dancing around and kind of looking like you're going to pee your pants. You can go." He's like, "No, don't make me go to the bathroom." And the Siege said, "Just go." And he's like, "I don't want to go by myself. It's so scary. I don't even have to go." And Elvie was like, well, why are you doing that dance and looking around so weird? And he's like, they're watching. And the Siege said, oh, who was watching? And he said, Candy. And Elvie said, do you even work here? And he's like, yeah. And the Siege said, okay, we want 2 hamburgers, chop chop. He said, okay, that'll be free. And Elvie said, free? You mean, like, we don't even pay you any Robux? Any Robux? He said, yeah. We can't even get anybody to come in and buy our hamburgers, so we're just giving them away for free. I hope you stay a long time. Order up, he said. And then he went running away, screaming and yelling. And Elvie said, I knew he had to go to the bathroom. He probably just wet his pants. And they sat down at a table. And the Siege said, these are cool robots, cool statues. And they looked, and there was a statue of a cat. And the cat was like eating a hamburger. And Elvie said, that's a cool statue. And there was another statue on the other side of the room. And the Siege said, look, there's another one. And look, there's a mouse. They're all over the place. And Elvie said, yeah, that's kind of fun decor. And they waited. And the Siege was like, do we even get any drinks with this? And Elvie said, I don't know if I want a drink. It might make you go to the bathroom crazy. And the Siege said, where's our burgers? And nobody answered. And Elvie's like, we just want a burger. And they got up. And Elvie said, where's that cat? And the Siege said, what do you mean? That cat statue is right here. And the Siege said, it's right there. And Elvie turned, and there it was. Elvie said, huh, I could have sworn it was over here somewhere. And they jumped behind the counter. Where's our burgers? And there was nobody there. And the Siege was like, you can't be kidding me. Is there only one guy here and he's in the bathroom? And Elvie said, all right, let's start cooking it up. And they fired up the grill and put some patties on there. And the Siege was like, I'll make the fries. And he was like, chop, 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 chopping up some potatoes and deep frying them. That smells good. And Elvie said, yeah. Yeah, those are great. And Elvie said, you know what? We need some milkshakes. And so he went back and he said, I'll get the milk out of the freezer. And
what?
The ice cream out of the freezer.
They got shake the milk.
And the Siege said, it's not like you shake a milk. There's got to be a machine here somewhere. And Elvie was like, oh, okay. Well, there, that machine says milkshake. And the Siege said, okay, get a cup and push a button. And they looked. And the Siege said, what? And Elvie said, what are you looking at? And the Siege said, all those statues are gone out of the front room. And Elvie said, they can't all be gone. We would have heard whoever moved them. And they ran out there and they looked. There was nothing there. And the Siege said, I got to go talk to that employee. Something weird's going on. And he went into the bathroom and opened the door. And there was nobody in the bathroom. The Siege said, he must be wetting his pants somewhere. Hey, where are you? And just then they heard clank, clank. And Elvie came back with some hamburgers and said, Siege, here's your hamburger and your fries and your milkshake. Thanks. Go. And then Elvie ate his. And they went back and they opened up a door. And there was one of the cat statues in an office. And the Siege said, somebody moved this cat in here. And Elvie said, it was probably Pee Your Pants guy. And the Siege said, yeah, probably. Let's get out of here. We've already eaten. And they turned around and they couldn't move because blocking the hallway was the girl cat just standing there. And Elvie said, who put this here? Let's try to move it. And they grabbed it to try to move it, and it came to life and went, meow. And the Siege jumped back, and Elvie said, whoa, what's going on? And they turned around, and some rats were coming from the other side.
Oh no.
And the Siege said, these are not statues, they're robots. And Elvie said, that's why that guy was peeing his pants so much. And the Siege said, what? That doesn't make any sense even. Oh, said Elvie. Okay. Well, let's go back and eat. But the robots wouldn't let him go. And the Siege said, that's funny. These robots are seem to be alive. And Elvis said, that can't be true. And he looked at the robots. And then one of them jump scared him. And the Siege said, look out, it's just like those bear guys with the Chica and the Foxy and the other guy. Oh, except these are cats and rats. Run! And they started running down the hall. And they slammed right through the lady cat and dropped her on the ground and kept on running. And then some rats came and they went, Nyeh. And then Elvis said, I gotta go to the bathroom now. And the Siege said, what? And Elvis said, I really gotta go. And the Siege said, no, we're running for our lives. And Elvis said, I'm gonna pee my pants, please. And the Siege said, all right, fine. And they stopped and turned around. And there was all the robots chasing them. And Elvis was like, bam, boom, 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 smashing through the robots. He's like, look out, I'm gonna pee my pants. The Siege said, he'll do it. Get out of his way. And the Siege was like grabbing robots and throwing them left and right. And they were trying to jump scare everybody. And Elvis kicked open the door to the bathroom and ran inside. He was like, and the Siege was beating up some robots out in the hallway. And he's like, are you done yet? And Elvis was like, I'm almost done. And the Siege was like, I'm beating up some robots. And Elvis was like, I'm almost done. Stop brushing me, the Siege. And the Siege was like, I pulled off this rat's head and kicked it. And Elvis was like, okay, I'm done. And the Siege was like, let's get out of here. And Elvis said, are you crazy? I gotta flush the toilet. And the Siege was like, hurry it up. And Elvis was like, don't rush me. And the Siege said, I just pulled off some cat's arms and threw them on the ground. They're jump scaring me so much I can't even believe it. And Elvis said, okay, I'm flushing the toilet. And the Siege said, let's go. And Elvis said, we will, as soon as I wash my hands. And he started washing his hands. And the Siege was like, are you nuts? We gotta get out of here. And Elvis was like, I know so much. I'm washing them with soap and warm water for 30 seconds at least. And the Siege was like, hurry it up. I don't have much more left. And he was like throwing robots all over the place. And they were still coming after him and crawling with one arm and trying to bite him with their feet, with their teeth. And Elvis was like, okay, now I gotta dry him. And the Siege was like, where are you? And Elvis was like, drying him. And all that robots stopped. And they turned. And they wondered what that noise was. And the Siege said, oh, hit that thing again. Let's go. And Elvis said, all right. And he ran out. And the Siege ran after him. And they escaped. And they never went back that day. The end.
Why?
Okay.
Why?
What's it called, Elvie? Leo. No. What's it called?
It's called
Shh. A little quieter. Rumpelstiltskin?
What?
Three Pigs?
No.
Well, just give me a name.
I'll say you do the name.
Oh. Siege, do you want to do the name?
Yeah. 5 Nights at Candy's.
Good?
It's so original. So
Okay, turn it off.
like